Let me add some effects for video, since we have a piece of video here. Under Effects, and I'm going to turn off Warp, because this is a search menu. You can search here. And let's see, those are all, everything under simulation is a lot of fun to add to solids. But if you have video, noise and grain, of course, adding grain to something to match a different shot. You can add grain. Oops, it's only adding it over there. Is that my sample area? Okay. Oh, it's on a preview mode, final output. So you can add the grain. If you added, let's just take that one off. Again, zoom. They have a ton of different grains. If you have like a film style you need to match, or something was shot on film, or you want to make it look like it was shot on film, you can do that. The whole color correction. Yeah, let me see which one works the best. Curves, of course, is like a typical, you can actually work with the video, and you can, just like in Photoshop has curves, you can stylize your video. You can actually do some really whacked out stuff too, so I'll just take it to another extreme.
Cool.
Effect, something like that. Well, of course, and then if you wanted to do that strobe, you can strobe that. And I think it strobes with original, stylized strobe light. This one goes with original. Now, after you start stacking up all your effects, you can actually arrow them up and work on one at a time so that they're not huge, like curves is kind of big. You can arrow that up and you can change it. I can blend this with the original. Notice what I'm doing too, clicking on a letter, on a number, and dialing it down. Strobe duration, you can have it last really short or really long. And it needs to come back to the original. So there's a lot of work to do on that if I was to have it come back to the original. But all of these types of effects, some of them are in Avid, some of them are not. Let me take off those. All right, we'll start stepping into some of these other ones here. So here's Collide. This one's called like kaleidoscope. So you can rotate the kaleidoscope over time, and this has got motion video in it. So he's walking, and it's kaleidoscope. So you can scale that. You can rotate it. You can move the center point. Here's the center point. Okay, all with motion, all with video. I mean, there might be a reason someday, sometime, to do an effect. Plastic makes it look like there's light shining on it. I'll take this down a notch here. And again, all these things that I'm showing you, I encourage you to try them because I can't possibly show everything. There's a little dimmer view of it.
Very cool.
But it's adding the plastic look to the whole thing. Now, I caution everybody too because you could use an effect just to use it, or you could use it because there's a reason to use it. Okay. So the reason to use it, you know what I'm talking about with a reason to use it, because you can apply effects up and down every day on every production you do. But is it professional? Does it make sense? Does it look good? Let's see, burn film. What's this one? You can turn on and off effects. All right, I'm going to wrap this up because we're pretty long. I know we even had a break too. So burn film, check this one out. So if you want it stuck or paused on a frame and make it look like it's burning the film, if you add this effect to it and you animate under effects, burn film. Notice how big this is now. This clip has all this stuff on it, and you're scrolling down to get to the bottom. So the burn amount, you set the burn amount, and it burns it out. It's like a transition. So we'll just get the space bar that. These are just, I'm scratching the surface of everything this thing can do. And if you pile them up on top of each other, find edges. Find edges is a typical one that's found in Photoshop, but and there's glow. I mean, there's just a ton of stuff.
No rain.
Oh, there's rain. Yes, there is. Those are in the simulation part. So composition new. There's rain and snow. Snow could be stars. There's drizzle, which is fun, or rainfall. Hopefully I add the new solid. Thought I already had one there already. Hit OK. Rainfall. And because of this monitor, I have to turn up the size of the drops. And how many drops there are. If you put that with, I don't think it's puddle, but there's one that looks like puddles. Is drizzle the one? Drizzle's the one. If you put this with another one called drizzle, and you put that in a different spot, this one has to be on. This one has to be on a piece of video. So some effects work on solids, and some effects work on video or any kind of images. So this is the rain. This is another fun one. I'll do snow, and then I'll do this mercury effect, because the mercury one's pretty cool. Again, I could keep going on, but you guys need to get to work, and I think I've given you guys a lot to go on. Let me just do snow and mercury, and I'll stop. So snow is the same kind of thing. It falls how you want it to. You can change its speed. You can change if there's wind. You can change the depth of the scene, like how thick it is. Let me make it 100% opacity. There's the Santa. I mean, that's your typical kind of effect over whatever you've got. And then you can put it over by using the modes to change it to screen, and you can see snow and rain together. So now you got like sleet, okay? There's snow and rain over the top, and then you put a skyline behind it from here. So I've got a skyline, and I put that underneath. Oh, it's already underneath. I just put it over here. I put it on the wrong composition completely. I have to be over here in rain. Here's skyline here. I have to make this screen as well. And I make this skyline larger. Storm watch. If you have fast rain that goes on an angle, so you have wind on that one too. Oops, this is the snow. I want the rain, so the rain has an angle. You put drizzle, drizzle on a part of the skyline, not the whole thing. But this is like where you could angle this one or mask just this is where I was talking about the reflection stuff. If you were just to mask your reflection, you could actually then take this and angle the water in 3D and put that effect on there with 3D and hit R for rotation. Oops, I want to be on this. Oh. And then scale it bigger. Make the drizzle height. I want the spreading to be smaller. That only gives little drops, but it's water. I think I would have to work a while on what the ripples are. oh, ripple rate, or drip rate. Here, I gotta raise this way up. So now we have that, and then you can just do skyline, duplicate, turn off the 3D, take off the mask. And reset it. And then put it underneath, scale it bigger, put it where it should be. I'm masking it. Still a mask on there. Still an effect for drizzle on that one, take that off. Take the opacity, bring that down. You get my idea. You can do a lot with it.
Can the effect only for full screen or can be a part of the screen?
Oh, you can mask any part of it.
Like sometimes in the weather channels, they show snow and the rain. And
Oh yeah, you can then sub-composition this. So if we put it in an over-the-shoulder graphic, again I'm going farther than I wanted to, but let me, if you guys wanted to start, go ahead and working on your stuff. I mean, I'm not going to be offended now because I'm pretty much over my time. But there's this rain here, and you can mask the rain. So if I were to go, oh, I know what I can do, the green mask, and I can apply the green mask to it by using a track matte. This one happens to just be using a track matte. But now I just put the rain into the box, and so you can put it anywhere you want. I guess they're investigating the rain now, so fit. Okay, and then the last one, Mr. Mercury, because it worked out pretty well, is a new layer solid. I let everybody know they can start working on their stuff, and I'm just going extra stuff now. So Mercury, you put this on there, and this one becomes, where is that? Oh, it's the color. I thought this one was automatic. Where is it? That was not working as I thought it would. Oh, that one worked out of the box last time. Let's see. I'll try it again. All right, so some of these effects, this actually gives me a good segue into, some of the effects don't work unless you change a piece of it, and I thought this one was an automatic one, but it's not. And I don't know why it's not working. Oh, it's in black. Okay, so the solid, it's weird. Okay, so this one is called Mercury, and it actually looks like blobs of mercury, and if you change it to orange, it could look like Nickelodeon, because that's really worked well. Let's see. Intensity. This one isn't going the way I was hoping, so it doesn't look the way I wanted it to. Anyway, so I've shown you a lot of different effects, a lot of ways to apply them, the basic motion, the masking. You have a lot of building blocks to your motion graphics now. As you come up with your motion, think of different ways to use things, and you guys can get started. So let me know if you guys got questions. It's like I said, it's not due until the 30th, which is probably overkill. But hopefully in that time, I hope maybe you'll enhance them a bit. Or if you guys come up with other show intros, I'd like to know that we could run the next project using that, because I was on the list of projects is to do a full graphics package, and it might be somebody's student ops program that they might be doing, if you can help out. So it's going to kind of go until we can get our next project and helping people with graphics for their shows. So that's why I kind of let it go a little longer, because I want to find out from you guys the next couple of weeks if you're going to brainstorm and think of new graphics that people need for their shows, okay? Anywhere they need help, so, yeah.
Um, those are the little animation that we see them on the weather channels.